𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Oh, Lord Jesus. It's been a long day. Hi, everybody. If I look tired, it's because I am. So, it's the one lady cabaret. Hi, Miss Abena. Hello, Miss Illinois Sanctuary. How are you? Come on in. Come on in. Say hello. Come on in. Say hello. Hi, everybody. Oh, okay. I'm still having to do this. Okay. Good evening. How are you? Yeah, I you would not be. Hello, Queen. You would not be wrong. It's been a long day. I'm tired. I am Queen Hyphy. Okay. Hi. How are you? Good evening, everybody. It's been a long day. I ain't gonna lie. So let's do it. Eshe gone. Good evening, top largy. Is it large or largy? Good evening, Otumba underscore 29. Log it to log it to it. Log it to it. Is that how you say it? Thank you, Onobai underscore diamonds. Mr. Toonsbubble 007. Ekujometa. Ekale ma underscore Zaya. And you have our time tonight. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yes. I ain't gonna lie, people. It's been a long day. Like, if especially when the middle of my back starts to hurt, I know I've overstressed, but it's okay. Let's get right to it. Come on in, everyone. Hi, everybody. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Ekaleo. What's going on? I hope everyone has had a blessed day. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow. That's the consolation. Thank God it's Friday. Woo! Well, you have to understand that even with work, and I know a lot of parents can relate. You still have to drop your kid in school. So because my oldest is in college, so and TJ, I have primary custody of my kid. So school runs every morning. So it's like, even the days I'm like, okay, I can sleep in a bit because I'm not going to the office. I'm going to work from home. In TJ, when he's ready for school and I'm not awake yet, he'll come. When I feel that finger, it's like somebody like Babo Elojunsi in one place DH it's a family services in one because you come and you tap your parent. Who born you in Nigeria to tap your parents? But hey, okay, get me to school. But anyway, it's all good. I'm telling you, in the US, there's parents abuse. Y'all just don't know. Because you can't do nothing. Because if you shout, they're going to call family services on you. But anyway, this is Attorney Abisola Adipola Olale, immigration. Hello, finance Shandy. Immigration attorney, represent immigration clients in all 50 states, but we're based in Alabama. Gen Z, Gen X, Gen W. I don't even care whatever gen they're calling themselves. And I'm not a morning person. So imagine you're not a morning person. You're trying to even sleep, but then you forget. You don't forget, but you're like, oh shoot, I have a kid I have to take to school, and then the kid now comes and it's time to go to school. Who's we? It's the person going. Who's we? Who's going to school? Me, you? Why is the we? Yeah, well, if you need to contact our office, our number is 334. Hello, Evil Proud. How are you? I had a great Easter. Hello, Finance Jenny. In the meeting, we should have been earlier today. So I don't know. I'm tired, but if you need to contact our office, our contact information is 334-341-4475. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Please subscribe at Olale Immigration. Let me say this again, because today somebody And we're doing everything because we get some information. Maybe they'll get their money back. But unfortunately, someone has paid $700 to somebody who says they were me, and it wasn't me. And so please understand, and I've said this so many times, and another guy who now was able to send us screenshots today. Luckily for him, he said he has heard me several times saying, if he's being told to call a number to give its card information, and it doesn't start with 334, for him to know that's not us. So what he did was went on the website, on Google, and found a website and called a number, and that's how he was able to save himself. That's where he sent us the screenshot. He was asked to pay $200. We ain't gonna ask you to give us your credit card information to set up a consultation. No, we don't. You're going to set up a consultation yourself. You would use your hand to put in your information on our website or the link we send you. It would have all our information. You can verify. Even if you're unsure, call our office. They will verify the name, the address, all the information for you. I've said it so many times. It's unfortunate that some people just feel they can, scam people, innocent people. I mean, because we work hard money tonight, and then you're going to scam people out of their money. And use somebody else's identity to do it. I don't get it. But please just do yourself a favor. Somebody's telling you to give them your credit card information over the phone. That should be your very first red flag that no, that's not going to happen. They're going to ask me. When people call our office, and when people have issues with being able to, not everybody is tech savvy, and then calling like, hey, I can't figure this out. And can I give you my credit card information? And no, they will tell you, the attorney says, no, we cannot do that. You've got to find somebody who can help you just because of your safety and because of this craziness. So please, or email us. I mean, I don't know what else I can possibly do to help people avoid this, but yeah. But anyway, if you need, once again, it's 334-341-4475. We have no other number. That's the only number we have. Well, direct, because we have another extension in our office. If we can help you with immigration case, we'll be glad to do that. We don't even take calls on WhatsApp. So usually Lydia handles our WhatsApp. If we're not texting somebody, and my law firm is not 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 lawyer. No. And there's another one that uses my law firm name, but it's a different number. No one is, if someone says, give us your information, or call us and we will help you, set up a consultation. No. I don't know what else to say, but I'm just trying to help. It's frustrating because I work too hard for somebody to scam people using my identity. It's really frustrating and very, very aggravating. But all I can do is do what I can humanly possible and leave the rest in God's hands. Because there's, when God handles people on your behalf, you ain't got to worry about anything. But anyway, please subscribe, like, share, follow. We would really appreciate that. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 immigration, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 That's our website, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 immigration on all platforms. So what we're talking about tonight, people, let's talk about recent immigration updates, and then we can take as many questions as possible. Recent immigration updates. There's a whole lot that has happened in this 1 week. But I think we're 1 week. 4 days, 4.5 days. There's a whole lot that's happened. April 1st came, and the whole world of immigration changed. So here is what you need to know. Let's start with fees. We said this on Tuesday, but I think I really hammered more on the fact that VA petitioners do not have to pay filing fees. So today we sent out our first, because there were some cases we're holding on, so people don't have to pay filing fees. Today we sent out our first VA cases without fees. It was like, so let's hope that people in the mailroom have sense. And what I've done, and I'll encourage everyone else to do that, is we've got this cover page for all of our cases that's going to be going out that says, hey, effective April 1st, 2024, we are not required to pay fees for VA-related cases and application, and print it out, actually do the calculation of the fees to show zero for all the applications we sent as the cover page. If they don't understand that, I don't know what else to do, but that will be very helpful. That's something, because there are some people who prefer to do their cases themselves, and that's fine. Do that. Do yourself a favor, because it's a big change for everybody, including those in the USCI's office. And not everyone is going to be on the same page with you starting now. So note that fees have changed. The best practice is to use the USCI's fee calculator so that you know the exact fees you need to pay. That's filing fees. Next update is forms. USCIS has changed almost all the forms starting April 1st. So if you go on the USCIS website, almost all the forms, I want to say the forms that have not changed, maybe the affidavit of support has not been changed. And I may be wrong, but I think it hasn't been changed. The last time I checked, which was probably Tuesday. And then the notice of appearance of counsel, that they haven't changed that since 2018. So who cares about attorneys? Information is not changing. But all the forms have changed. And you have to understand that outside of employment-based forms, the I-129 and I-140 and I-907, I think, all the other forms, you have a grace period up until June 3rd. Effective June 3rd, none of the previous editions will be accepted. If you use the previous editions in your case, they're going to reject it. So the best practice is just start right now with the new forms. And that's so we have a software we use for our practice where we get the updates. I have two paralegals that for whatever reason they prefer to do their own forms. So to each their own. As the end loves the software. So the point is everyone is on page where you're using the new forms, just making sure. But the forms, there's some cases we've already done before April 1st. As long as it's still acceptable, you just put a cover letter saying, hey, this is still accepted till June 3rd. Here is proof that it's still. So that's going to help you with that. Okay, what's the next update? EAD extension. So remember there was a time 2022, 2023, and then it stopped October 26 to 27 last year, where USCIS went back from 540 days extension, they went back to 180 days. So, somehow, somebody has said something. Now, starting on Monday, whenever you get your receipt notice for qualifying categories, you're going to be getting that's going to revert back again temporarily to 540 days on your extension notice. That is awesome. So we're going to temporarily, and I have a feeling that that's probably going to be the final rule. Is a temporary rule right now, and it's going to be effective April 8th. It's going to run through, if I'm not mistaken, October 2025. Something tells me that if this is what the big if is. If a Democrat comes in, potentially that would stay the same, and potentially it would stay permanently as the law, as the rule. But tell on the other side about Wale. Let's just leave it as that. But right now, starting on Monday, April 8th, receipt notices going to be issued. We'll have 540 days again. And that's great because 180 days ain't doing nobody no good. It's 6 months. So the reason, USCI's reason is that now they're going to 5 years for most of the categories anyway. So why not just go back to the 540 days extension? That helps a lot of employers. It helps a lot of employees. People can renew their work permit, their driver's license, state ID, continue working without interruption. So that's great. Okay. So what else? I-693. Medical examination form. So USCIS has released the policy today. It went from 60 days to 2 years. The signature of the civil surgeon is good for 2 years. The new policy today is this. For those who did their, medical examination after, I think it's after November, I'm checking it real quick. It is after November 1st, 2023. If you did your medical examination report after November 1st, 2023, and it's completed, there are no errors, the medical examination will not expire. It will not expire until you get your green card. It's not going to have 2 years validity period. It's not 60 days. It will be valid indefinitely. If you did your examination on or after November 1st, 2023. So that's that. And then Last but not least, let me see. So that's good. So for those who are wondering, okay, is my, they haven't made a decision on my case. What happens if my medical examination expires? As long as you did it November 1st, 2023 or after, you're good. Nothing to worry about. It stays, it's going to be valid indefinitely. That's new policy that was released today, which is great. Now, for those in, so I'm talking about VAWA, we've talked about forms, EAD 693. Finally, those in the state of Georgia. Ain't me? Yep. As long as it was done November 1st, 2023 and after. Those in the state of Georgia. So here's what's going on with the immigration bill in the state of Georgia. It has passed both houses of the state legislature. What's it passing? So the only thing that it's waiting on, I'm not even sure. It may have, because by the time I came on, let me see real quick if I can get that information. It's just waiting on the, so it's passed the Georgia legislature, and it's waiting on the governor's signature. Once the governor signs it, just like what happened in the state of Texas, it would have an effective date, and it would go into effect. Obviously, we're going to expect that they're going to challenge it, just like they're doing in the state of Texas, because it's going to be discriminatory. It's going to be unconstitutional. It's going to be a whole lot. So what does this bill? This is the HB 1105 bill in the state of Georgia. What does it do? It allows state law enforcement in Georgia to ask you and verify your immigration status. If you're 18 years or older, especially those who have been arrested, or here's where the discriminatory issue starts. If they believe or they have probable cause that you have done something, you have committed a crime, you are about to commit a crime, or you have been arrested. It's one thing for you to have been arrested, but when they're saying, if they believe that you've committed a crime or are about to commit a crime, it would allow them and give them the authority to actually to verify your immigration status, and allow them, if you don't have status, to actually turn you over to ICE. That's what this bill is going to do. And then for those who, and to make sure that all local governments and all local law enforcement agencies in the state of Georgia, that they comply with this, the state will actually cut off fundings to those local agencies if they refuse to do that. That's what's, as my country kid would say, TJ, that's what's fixing to happen in Georgia. I've lived in the South too long, right? Yeah, that's what's fixing to happen in Georgia. Yeah, and the problem I have with that is this: how are you going to determine if someone is about to commit a crime, or you believe they committed a crime? What is going to be the justification for you to believe somebody committed a crime? Besides you looking at someone who sounds different, who looks different, because if you're going to look at a Caucasian male walking on the street, you ain't gonna think maybe he's about to commit a crime. But if you're gonna look at an African American or an African person who speaks and they have an accent, you're going to want to say, hey, maybe they're about to commit a crime or something, right? And then that's going to give you reason to now verify their immigration status. That's as discriminatory as it can possibly get. But there we have it. That's what's going to be happening once it signs. But I anticipate that's something that's going to be challenged, just like what's going on in Texas. Okay, and those are the updates I have for tonight. Straight to the point, and just get ready for what's going on, people. It's going to be, and the most important thing about all of this updates and all that, you've got to, if you are a citizen, there is absolutely no excuse for you not to come out in November and vote. Once you become a citizen, that is not the end of the journey for you. We rejoice with you. Absolutely wonderfully. wonderful experience and all that. Great. But it doesn't stop with you. Before you became a citizen, there were people who actually cast their vote so that things so that the policies and laws could work in your favor. Do the same for others who are waiting for that. So I don't even listen. My kid, this is going to be my 19-year, my oldest kid. This is going to be his first presidential election to vote in. So I told him we're going together because, hey, one 18-year adult in the United States. Let me roll my eyes really well. 18 adult. Can't remember when I was 18. I was as foolish as they come. Truth be told, 18 years old. But when you're adult, they can vote, which is great. So we're going to vote together, which is going to be quite an experience. Yeah, so that's it. Please go out and vote. Nothing more important that you could do for your fellow immigrants, so that this laws could favor us. That's all we can do. All right, okay, people. Disclaimer: answers to questions are just general information, nothing specific to anybody's case. So please understand that this is just information to use. If it's helpful to your case, awesome. But if anybody asks, it's a lawyer, I don't need, no, it's not going to happen, because I'm going to play this video and say, hey, they were told that that's not how it works. Hello, Miss Tina. How are you? Hello, Tutuola. Hello, Miss Giwa. Thank you, Miss Abena. I knew you're going to be here already. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Olale Immigration. Like, follow, share, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That would be very much appreciated. I have, okay. Hello, Sheikh Bean. How are you? And yes, we go live every Tuesdays. Well, most Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So a lot of people, if you're not in Alabama or Texas or Mississippi or Illinois or where else is going to be Central Standard Time? Some parts of Florida, not all parts. Those are Central Standard Time. Louisiana. But if you're in Maryland, you're in New York, you are in where else is it? Massachusetts, those, but California is you're 2 hours behind. My point is just be aware what time zone you're in. That would be very helpful. Nice. Thank you for always joining me, Tina. Okay. If you have EAD combo card for VAL, are you considered to have immigration status in Texas, Georgia, Florida? You having a combo card, it doesn't give you immigration status, but it gives you because your case pending is non-immigration status. It's not just for those states. I know it's more important in those states because of what's going on, but it gives you something to show that you've got something pending with immigration. And so it's going to be a waste of everybody's time for them to turn you over to ICE unless you actually do something. But it doesn't give you immigration status. You just have a pending case. Okay. I've got a VAL petition which is pending over 3 years and I'm in removal proceedings. How can I file to dismiss my removal? And what are the chances it will be approved? I'm on 5 from official. And I think you said you've been asking this question. I think I've answered that question God knows how many times. First of all, it's in your best interest to get an attorney. If you're not sure how you're going to do it, then get an attorney. I can't tell you how to file to dismiss your removal. First of all, I don't even know anything about your case. Why did you end up in removal proceedings to start with? Is it because of asylum? Is it because you were in ICE custody? What is it? And then how do you go about? The easiest way to get out of proceedings will be to file to seek prosecutorial discretion based on evidence that you have. So it's in your best interest to sit down with a lawyer. I'm not going to teach you how to do that. That's what I get paid for. But that's what you do. You seek prosecutorial discretion, and based on you present your evidence you have, especially if you've got prima facie determination. So that's what you need to do. Okay, let's go to. I'll get to TikTok. Y'all just hold on. Alrighty. Okay. T. Come here real quick. Come get me this pillow. Not giving good mind to see behind me sometimes. Like I feel like in my 20s. I know. Then my back reminds I'm 45. Give me that pillow, kiddo. Hey, thank you, kiddo. What's in your mouth? What's that? What's that you have? Okay. Okay. Of course it's red. Y'all know. Oh, because my back is killing me. Okay. Yeah. That's better. Let's see. Do you cover work visa and adoption? I do work visa, H-1B, I-140 perm, and self petition. Adoption, I do only once the person is done with the adoption process in the home country of the child. I don't get involved in the adoption process itself. Yeah, how have you been since Bobo? Okay, let's see here. They will call and tell you brought them to this world. Again, it's your job. American kids, yeah. I've been told before by my 13-year-old that, well, your dad decided to have me. I can't even imagine saying that to my Nigerian mother. Well, maybe now as an adult, because from a distance, like when I'm here and she's in Massachusetts, but not close by, like because she live went back and like where she been living. I said it over the phone, not face to face, because I don't want to have cocoa on my head. Yes, please be aware of scammers. Please, it's $700. Yes. I mean, I felt so bad. It was like, I felt like I should give them the money. Like, well, I don't know what else to say. I've said it so many times. And so what I had Kyla, the girl who does our, had her pin the post to because I had to do a quick video. This one, like, this is ridiculous. And I said, so it's there on our page on Instagram and Facebook, pinned to the top of the page, so that at least if someone is seeing it, somebody can tell someone like, hey, just be sure. People are really, really cruel. And I think sometimes I always wonder, how do you go to bed at night knowing that you have just scammed somebody for money you did not earn? How do you sleep at night? Like, what confidence do you have to go to bed at night? Yeah. If someone has an asylum that is not yet scheduled for an interview, and he or she later gets married to a U.S. citizen, what is the best advice for him in terms of where? Okay, I'm completely confused about your question, but this is what. So you have an asylum case pending, and you're married to a citizen. You're thinking, so you're what is the question? What do you mean? What is the best advice for him or her? What in what way? What are you asking? Thank you, Miss Peggy. Exactly. We do not ask you for information. You do your consultation yourself. You're in charge of that. So yeah. Hello, Island Girl. How are you? Hello, Mr. Kelvin. Shalafialoa. Yes. So once again, we represent immigration clients in all 50 states. And please note once again, it's 334-341-4475. info@ololelawfirm.com. I'm sure the scammer joins the live. If you're here listening to me, it shall never be. Amen. Amen. Because and the annoying thing is, in this particular one that this guy was saved from, because we use, scheduling, appointment scheduling is used through powered by Equity. this person literally took what we use. So that's why I feel it's someone who knows. Or well, you can easily go to the website and it would open up that page and it would say on the bottom, powered by Equity. So I think, and they use that, but it's showing, rather than Central Standard Time, it's showing WAT. I don't even know what WAT is. But send that screenshot to the person. How do you live with? I think I just have the fear of God too much to even do that kind of craziness. Or to think of doing, I should say, not even. But anyway, listen, because a lot of things the fear of God would not allow you to do, like they're alone. But no, the way else go here and get smoked. Miss Anna, what church do you go to? You're a member of MFM. All you MFM people, don't come for me. That was my former church. Don't come for me. Just stay where you are. Can you explain how H-1B lottery works? H-1B lottery is over already. But the way it works is employers who are capped subjects, meaning they're not cap exempt, they have to submit the registration during a certain period, usually in March of each year. And then once everyone submits registration, then randomly the USCI system selects the amount of H-1B, whether it's master's cap or a regular cap, that will now be selected for that period. Once they reach the quota for that period, then everything else that's not selected will either wait, and if there's going to be a second lottery, that'll be great. If there's not going to be a second lottery, then that's it on to the next year. But this is something that an employer has to submit. An employer has to file it on your behalf. It is not a self-petition. You've got to be offered a job that is a specialty occupation, meaning at the very least it requires a bachelor's degree, and the employee has a bachelor's degree. Please, what is the best advice for him or her in terms of where he or she should? Okay, I'm just trying to figure out the question, really. Excellency for Christ, you keep posting the same. You're just copying and pasting your question, but your question is, or your post, but you're not asking the specific question. So you can post it several times. You're still not asking a specific question. Hello, Taiwo Yusuf. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. My spouse sent their forms on the 28th of March and was delivered on the 1st. We paid old fees. Does USCIS use dates dropped at UPS or date received to decide what fee to go by? So their policy is that as long as it was postmarked before April 1st, meaning you mailed it out, it doesn't matter whether they got it after that. As long as the envelope says the date that it was postmarked, then that's the old fees would apply. Mr. Kelvin, I should do the kidney. So the bag ballot before I do it, chemo. Facial expressions of I tried. Well, is it possible to do a process together? Okay, finally, that's the question. And the short answer is yes. It is. One doesn't affect the other. One doesn't conflict with the other. You're right. How much is a new filing fee for adjustment of status? If you are filing everything together, meaning work permit, advance parole, green card, is going to be a total of $3,005. If you're not filing, like for instance, work permit, or you're filing advance parole, or you file your work permit later on, it will come to $3,265, something like that. What if your I-360 got approved? Does that give you immigration status? The I-360. So the I-360 is used for different things. I-360 is used for VAWA. It's used for special immigrant petitions like religious worker, special immigrant juvenile status, widowers petition. The petition itself getting approved does not give you any status. No, it does not. It allows you, depending on the classification you filed under, some of those classifications actually allows you to get a work permit based on the approval of that petition. But the petition itself is the basis by which you apply for a green card. So if you are eligible to apply for a green card and you can adjust your status in the country, then you file for your green card. Until you get the status really is the green card. So that is the status we're all looking at. You to become a legal permanent resident, you have to get either the I-485, or if you're going through court, you file a 42B. So, but an approved petition by itself does not grant you a status as far as getting your immigrant status. You are right, yeah. What can I say? What can I say? It's a very strong car. Thank you. No, I need to. I don't know. It's been almost all day. Cannot file I-360 based on spouse abandonment. I already found everything on marriage base, but now my spouse is nowhere to be found in case we get called for interview or more evidence. Abandonment has to be coupled with something that is like emotional abuse, something like that. So just someone walking away, because then it's going to be madness. Filing, everybody's going to file for that because somebody left. It's still America. If you decide you're done with the relationship, then you're done. We've got to couple it with something else. You know, what led to that abandonment? Did you suffer verbal abuse? Was the person always, promising and then mental anguish? You've got to couple it with, because abandonment has been found to not be sufficient as abuse. So that's what. So if you're not sure, then you may want to sit down with the lawyer to evaluate your case. You look amazing. Thank you. Okay. I've referred her to. She has filed a marriage base since 2019 and she didn't hear back. All right. Thank you, Miss Abu. I'll be looking out for that. She going. If someone got prima facie after submitting vow and when it expired, he didn't get a renewal since June last year and his attorney has sent a request but no response, please, what do you advise? Let that attorney keep sending that request. Let me tell you something. My clients know me. They know me in Vermont Service Center. Vermont Service Center, what is up? Email one more. Because I emailed on the case. I just was not, I wasn't going to accept no. Because they literally emailed me back and says, we have heard you on this. Please do not send us any more emails about this case. I said, okay. I said, okay, but I knew I was still going to send an email if I didn't get the response that I needed to get. Because there was no other way. You gave us an attorney email so we can contact you on behalf of a client to get the information we need. Why am I having to email you like 200 times? So your attorney, because this has happened before, and I just kept emailing them until they sent us the prima facie determination. It didn't take a year. No, it's not going to happen. But we just wait 30 days. If you didn't get until I think it was the third 30 day, which is 90 days, like, okay. They literally even sent me a courtesy copy email through the email. I'm very persistent. I'm just someone that, ask my mother, it's hard to tell me no. Like people, you can tell me no, but when you tell me no, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I hear something different. I hear, oh, okay, you need me to intensify my requests. That's what, okay. You need me to be very clear. Okay. That's just me. So that's just me. Those are my friends, people with no, you don't have to terminate your asylum before processing the marriage. If you haven't, so let me say this for all those that may be in the same situation. If you've got an asylum case, then you get married, and then the person now files for you through marriage. please leave your asylum case alone, because I've had a situation where someone had to retain our services where they got married and then the case was pending and they asked their asylum office to close their case. For the most part, because you got something else pending, they shouldn't even have to put you in immigration court. But this particular asylum office, when the person requested to close their case, because even though they had a marriage case, they sent that a letter to the asylum office telling them they had marriage case. They did not include any evidence, and that's one of the things for this client. We're able to get them out of court, but they referred the client to immigration court because they had not closed out the asylum case and the person didn't have any status as far as the asylum office knew. So I usually just recommend just leave it alone. Once you not get your green card, then you can send out with a letter to them saying, hey, I have my green card now. You can close out my file. No, _JMK_Jumoke. No, are you serious? W80 means Western African time. Is that for real? That has to be a joke. But that has to be a joke. So are you trying to say she Nigerians? Okay, don't it has to be. Because for you to understand, I mean, especially because I speak Yoruba language, so if you're going to understand, because that's one of the things this person was lured to with this. I can't say his name that reached out to us this, but just thinking about it. But Western African time, yeah, was going to be that's far fetched though. Exactly. Immigration is stressful enough that you're going to scam people and then use your own name, or make up a name. Winners travel movie at the altar fire. I can tell. Hello, Mr. Smith. How are you? Slapping angels, oh Lord. You're welcome, Happy Beauty. I explained very well. I've been told that several times. I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I used to be I've done all kind of stuff. I actually used to be an adjunct professor of business law because I love teaching. I was an adjunct professor of business law for 5 years at one of the actually represent the university in employment immigration cases. And so that's how I became an adjunct professor of business law. I did that for 5 years, loved my students, but after 5 years, I just had too much on my plate. I just had to let it go. But I guess that's where, I mean, I just love teaching. I really do enjoy it. If you have married U.S. citizen, you did your fingerprint, how long after you can get your work permit? Biometrics doesn't determine how long your work permit comes. Submitted my VAW application in December 2023. Went out the likely to call me for biometrics. I can't speculate on that. How long does it usually take for someone to be called for a solid interview? 200 years. It's taking forever. Amen. Thank you. You're welcome, Fanny Shandy. Let's see. How can I get to talk to you on the phone? By scheduling the paid consultation, 334-341-4475, olalayalawfirm.com. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 140, 210, 250. I didn't even know you. We're going to rock it. Like, I'm the kind of person, y'all, do we get denials? Absolutely. I'm not the attorney who does safe cases. No, I just don't know how to operate that way. I'm someone who enjoys taking risk not with people's lives, but I just enjoy, I love challenges. I have the attention span of a 2 years. So if I'm just taking something like, oh, straightforward case, okay, yeah, no marriage, no divorce decree issues, okay, fine. I know the outcome for me, but I am someone who, if I'm like, you know what, it looks really, really, really messy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the one thing I'll tell you up front. This is gonna be an uphill battle. This is 50-50 at best. But here's my suggestion. Here are the options. And so whenever something doesn't turn out the way I wanted to, I take it very personal. And my staff is always like, okay, Abby, it's a case. And we get it that it's people, but you're going to burn yourself out. And it's because sometimes, especially if it's a case that I was expecting to have an approval and I don't get the approval, or it just messes me up the whole day. And my staff just doesn't understand, like, why are you taking this personal? Because I've been there, because I understand that this is, and sometimes it's not just one person relying on that decision. Sometimes you have children relying, you have a spouse waiting for someone to file. It's a lot. It's a domino effect. And so I just know, and that's why for me, I don't care what it is I have to do. Obviously, some clients can be excessive, and I know how to set boundaries very quickly. But I know that I love to be able to say that I know I have done everything I can possibly do. And it's in God's hands. But if the decision doesn't go the way we thought it would go, I've done everything I can possibly do. So that's where I come. That's the place I come from. Not 200, 200 years in now. Because someone who's been waiting on assignment since 2016, it's 8 years. 8 years, it's 200 years. Really, it can't any difference, right? Oh, really? So this person, Western and Africans, and so this person is operating from Nigeria. Is that what it means? 200 is where? No. Can the person contact USCIS if a vow is taking too long without her? I think you mean without her lawyer. You can, but you've got to write them physically. You got to send a letter physically. They won't give you any information over the phone. Okay, hello, Mr. Obioma. How are you? All right, let's go to TikTok. If you file for asylum and you end up getting your green card through marriage, can you travel to your home country while you're still a green card holder? It's not advisable, even though you didn't get a green card through asylum. You filed for asylum and you don't want to have a problem when you file for citizenship, because that can become a problem if they ever claim that you filed a frivolous application when you said you're afraid. Unless something has changed, the fear is what you're afraid of is no longer there. Something. Oh, so it's actually West African time. So this person really is in West Africa scamming people in the US. That is sad. Okay. Hello, Mr. Prince. How are you? Hello, Mr. Femi. VA approved on January 31, 2020. When is it likely to get my medical done? You want to tell me you've been waiting for your green card for 4 years? I don't want to say your name, but you know your question. Any update, Mr. Prince? I'm always looking forward to your... Are you serious? Shay ti being a no, first off. The other one, yeah, so she was pending. Is the other one is still pending, but you now filed the naturalization. Okay, but you've now accrued the amount of time as a permanent resident based on that calculation altogether. So okay. Oh, if you so you meant 2024, not 2020. All right. If your vow was just approved 3 months ago, I cannot tell you when you're getting medical. Just hold on. Okay, so I see. We've met a couple of times, and you've got a great lawyer, and I keep saying that. See, so that's one thing. And I always tell people, I can be your second opinion. You can get I can be your second opinion. You can get a second opinion even after talking to me. No big deal. But the one thing I'll tell you, people, is this, and just like Mr. Prince, if you've got a great lawyer in your case, there's nothing else I'm going to do, I will let you know. It's just nothing else I'm going to do. So sometimes he's just got waiting. And in his case, sometimes you just want to get confirmation, and that's great. But we're going to agree in faith and joining in faith that I'm going to get an email from you tomorrow telling me that you're about to be sworn in from our mouth to God's ears, because it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. It's about time. It's about time you've got something to testify. And God that has brought you thus far, He is going to raise the angels in heaven to surround you tomorrow and to give you favor, to actually go before you and prepare the way for you, so that you will meet with favor before those the person who's going to be deciding on your matter tomorrow. And at the end of it, you will come back and testify, and that testimony shall be permanent in Jesus' name. So shall it be. I know you're nervous, but God has gone with you. So go with God and believe that He has given you the option to function tomorrow. And I know your lawyer is going to be there with you, right? I'm sure he will be, knowing him. Okay. I know he will be. So he's a great guy. He knows what he's doing. So I will be waiting for that testimony. He's a great guy. He's an excellent attorney. I'm waiting for that testimony, knowing that God has already completed that which He has started concerning you. Okay, let's see. TJ. VAR denied. Can you give me the medication stuff, my stuff? VAR denied. What's better, appeal or refile, depending on the reason why it was denied? If removed while still our case is pending, what address should we use to show bona fide marriage? You have evidence for both where you lived, when you filed your case, and where you're moving to. So your moving doesn't change that you're living together. So let me do it back to you. There you go. Thank you, kid. My son is overseas for school. He owns green card. Can he stay out for more than a year? He is 15. It's not about the age. It's about if you're going to be gone for more than a year, it's best for him to have a re-entry permit. That's what I would suggest. If a person is on probation, can they get a green card? It depends on what you're on probation for and what it is classified as. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. Hello, Miss Delia. How are you? How long does it take to get a social security number after biometrics? Well, it would depend on if you filed for work authorization and if you selected that you want them to send one to you. Anything about how long is something going to take to be approved? That's not a question I can answer. You can go to USCIS.gov website. Is annulment acceptable for a traditional marriage in Washington? My DS-160 states I am married. Is annulment acceptable for a traditional marriage? Traditional, why would you annul a traditional marriage? You can't annul a traditional marriage. You've got to return bride price. Or if it's an Islamic marriage, then you've got to pronounce divorce 3 times. That's one of the acceptable ways, or return bride prices as well. So your DS-160 says you're married. It says you're married, or you put that you were married. Let's move on. Okay. Omar says, question, attorney do application vow application for me, but my kid is 19. I don't know what to do because everybody says it's not possible because he's not 21. Are you asking if your kid can file for you or if you can put your kid in the valid petition? I'm not sure what you're asking, Umar. Can you travel on a valid conditional green card if you're divorced? There's nothing that stops you from traveling, but here's what I usually see happens. If you're divorced, sometimes CBP gets into your business and they want to know why you got divorced, especially if you got divorced less than 6 months or less after getting the conditional green card. And I always tell people, if things have been going bad in the marriage, which usually is the case most of the time, then you get a 2-year green card. Please understand, if it's not going to work, LHA 6 months. LHA 6 months. Don't raise red flags in your case. You can endure 6 months. If you can endure the time you were with the person before you got a 2-year green card, you can endure another 6 months because you don't want to now get to where you're applying for a 10-year green card and they're questioning whether or not you actually enter the marriage just to get the green card. The more you know. Okay. I'm scheduled for biometrics tomorrow. Emma chat says interview is waived. Is that possible? I wait for USCIS to tell me if it's waived or not. My EAD has been mailed since a week ago, and I'm still waiting for it to be delivered. Is that normal? Usually USCIS, if you go on your status, it should have the tracking number because they usually send it through priority mail. So you should have a tracking number. So you go on the full US, not one of those apps on the USCIS page itself, and see that you put in your tracking number, sign into your account. It should have the tracking number. If it doesn't, then you may want to call them and find out. Good evening. Do kids under 21 automatically get green cards if I get mine through VAR? No, they have to file their own green card application as well. How likely is a VAR case to get approved after prima facie? Prima facie doesn't determine whether or not you get your VAR approved. Boss lady, what is your first question? I don't see the beginning of your question. I just see something about something not approved. What's the beginning of your question? I may have missed it. All mailed in the same envelope, all addressed from mom's names, and they arrive 3 days before end date. Yet they approved kids and did not. What are we talking about? Is it necessary to wait for a few months as a citizen before filing for a new spouse? I can't answer that question because I don't know any background about your case. So that kind of situation is fact specific, and so that'll be something that one will need more information about. I filed for my sister-in-law and they called asking for more paperwork. Wonder what it means. There is no category for sister-in-law. How did you file for your sister? There's no category for in-laws with immigration. So I'm not sure what you mean that you filed for your sister-in-law. Okay. After approval from USCIS, will they send it to NVC and will it take 2 to 3 months? It just depends on, sometimes it's just about a week or 30 days. They usually say give 30 days from their approval. I don't have a case that's taking more than 45 days at the most. Get a welcome email from NVC. Is it possible to file for a travel document if your asylum case is pending? Yes, but you've got to have a very specific reason why you're applying for travel document. If If I am a green card holder, can I file for my husband who overstayed his visa in America? You can file an I-130, but if he's overstayed his visa, he won't be able to get a green card here. He's going to have to leave, get a waiver of the unlawful presence, leave and apply for immigrant visa at the consulate or embassy. Okay. Boss lady, mailed in what? What was mailed in is what I'm still asking. What was mailed in? What was mailed in? Okay, wait, let me see. Why would they approve kids I-45 and deny mom citing late delivery of mail? Okay, boss lady, are you saying that there was, oh, okay. So there was an RFE that you got for you and your children, and you responded and put everything in the same envelope. However, USCIS is saying that you did not respond to yours, but they've approved your kids I-45 because they said they responded to theirs. But you're saying everything was in the same envelope. And when was that done? When was it denied? When was it denied? Quick, real quick. When was it denied? Oh, 17 days ago. So that's still within 33 days. Do you have a lawyer in your case? So if you have a lawyer in your case, ask your lawyer to do a service request to reopen, based on the fact that you had the envelope, the response in the same envelope. Now, usually what I do, and that's why I do that, and this is a tip for everybody else. If you're sending something to USCIS and and it's going to be for multiple people in the same envelope, in the same package, have a cover page that says, please note, this package contains RFE responses for individuals, for applicants, namely, put everybody's name, everybody's alien number. Always safe practice, because then you know that that's going to, if I don't know if you did that, but if you did that, that would have been proof number one that is included in the package. There's no reason why I would have that cover page if it was not included. If you did not do that, then the argument can be made that why would you respond to your kids and omit yours was in the same envelope and sent at the same time. If you have a copy of your response, then that could be a service request to reopen based on their own error, not having to now pay to file a 290B and pay filing fees. You can do both, but just to be on the safe side. But that's what I would argue, that it was their error, so they have to reopen it themselves and then approve your case. That's what I would say. If you have an attorney, talk to your attorney. That's what you need to do. If you do not have an attorney, please consult with one so you know your options moving forward, especially because you still have the time to do that. Okay. Okay, Ms. Mayor, my lawyer charged me for petitions, and I found out I'm not supposed to pay filing fees. I paid him already. Do you think the lawyer is going to refund me because he's giving me attitude when I asked him about it and he's yet to put in the paperwork? Did he charge you for filing fees for that, or you paid him for his fees? Big difference, right? So you have to clarify on that. VAR approved 2023. Congratulations. Just applied for I-45 work authorization. First did biometrics in 2019 when we first applied. Are we going to do biometrics again? That's up to USCIS. So that's not a question I can answer. Hello, Ms. Giwa. How are you? Can I travel to Canada with an advance parole without Canadian visa on my passport? If you're not from a country that a citizen of a country that Canada has agreement with where you can be visa exempt, then you would need a visa to go to Canada. Advance parole is not for you to travel to another country. Advance parole is for you to come back into the United States. Okay. My baby daddy just got his citizenship. What does my daughter get? Because he already included her name. My daughter is 4 years old. What do you mean? What does your daughter get? Is your daughter a citizen? Reactions. Is your daughter a citizen? What is your daughter's status? Oh, you're welcome, bus lady. Yes, that's what you need to do. VAWA bulletin. I mean, visa bulletin for VAWA filed October 2020 and approved December 2023 with grown up son 2023 years. Okay, what's your question? Oh, certificate. Oh, you don't want your certification to expire. You gotta stay on him because yeah, you don't want your certification to expire. That usually is a pain, and you know what to get those. But anyway, okay. I have deferred action on VAWA approved. Can I apply travel documents? Deferred action is not basis to apply for travel documents. If you are going to apply for travel document, you've got to have a basis. Filing an I-485, you've got or whatever other basis allows you to do that. All right, people. I think we have had enough tonight. Let me respect myself. Is it necessary to send certificate of kids born after filing VAWA application? An RFP is requested to send all her children's certificates. I don't know what the backstory is or why they're asking for that, but if they says if the RFP specifically says all the kids' birth certificates, that would include all the children. So all. Okay. All right, everyone. Let's call it a night. Need to rest, lay down. Yeah. But anyway, please, once again, if we can help you with your immigration case, please do not hesitate to call us. Once again, please understand that if you're not seeing this face on the website, then well, I can't believe you're not seeing this video because one of the screenshots he sent me had my picture in it. But the best thing you can do is just go on our website. The website, olaleyelawfirm.com. That's the only website. It's not Olaleye Lawyer. It's not Olaleye. No. You just have to make sure. When in doubt, please call our office, 334-341-4475. And listen, like we've already said on Tuesday, and I'm going to say it again. Oh my God. It's going to be a favored month. We're going to speak. We've already started speaking it into existence that we're going to speak favor and mercy and grace. There's nothing, it may be an unusually insurmountable, difficult for human comprehension, but that's where God comes in. And when God steps into your matter, there's nothing any man or woman can do about that. And so we're going to leave everything in God's hands, and we're going to raise everyone, whoever it is that's, either tomorrow or the coming weeks, the coming days, going into an interview. We're asking, we're agreeing in faith with you, trusting and believing that God has gone before you, trusting and believing that his favor will speak on your behalf, trusting and believing that he will put the right person to interview you, not someone who's going to go against you, but someone who's going to go in accordance with God's directive. and that our testimonies this month shall be full. Our testimonies the rest of the year and beyond shall be complete. None will delay our blessings. None will stop what God has ordained and destined for us. And Mr. Prince, tomorrow is going to be a day of testimony. I will look forward to getting that email from you that God has completed that which He has started. And in that also for everyone else who is waiting upon God, because listen, I have seen things happen that is just pure miracle. That is no confusion. There's no argument. Just pure miracle where it's very clear that it's because God stepped in. And I truly believe that so shall it be for each and every one of us. I'll see you guys next week. I'm tired, but have a good night, everybody. Bye.